Hi, I am Nirmal, and today our topic is marketing research. So, market research is the process of collecting information about the target market to study them and tailor the company's products and services to their needs. So, what is market research? You have to know that. Market research may be viewed as a strategy to stay a step ahead of the competition as it provides data in the form of market size, the activities of the competition, and changing market needs by using analytical and statistical methods to collect and disseminate data. Market research is an important business activity. In today's complex and dynamic business environment, no business can afford to depend on instinct to drive its operation. So, what does a market research report contains? Market research helps a business get information about the followings: historic and future market trends, market segment in relations to demographics, preference, genders, and personalities, pricing informations, analysis, information about the company's marketing effectiveness. So that's all. So benefits and advantages of market research. Some of the important benefits of market research are uncovering opportunities in different markets so that they can be tapped if an existing product is not doing well in the market. Market research help the business find the right one. What is the main problem? Why it's not spreading or existing his product? So understanding customers better by profiling their consumer behavior, shaping the market plan and strategy to align with customer wants and needs, promoting communications with consumer and connecting the business with its market, minimizing and mitigation risk by taking timely action so that its products and services are successfully in the market, identifying likely issue through interaction with consumers, enabling the business fine tune its product before it reach the market, identifying the monitoring the competitions and lean how customers or consumer compare. Market research can be complex or simple, ranging from a basic questionnaires or survey to a professionally conducted campaign, depending on the business activities and budget. Market research can be whatever methods are used. The goal is to help the business make better decision. From the many ways to conduct market research, most business use one or more combination of the following points. Primary market research used by the business to collect information to improve its products, often called field research. Since it's done from stretch or it's focused, valuable and enable to collection of primary data through qualitative research and quantitative method. These include surveys, questionnaires in person or phone interviews, direct mail, email, observation, and experiments. So, research. Qualitative market research digs deep into consumer perception and behavior and the factors that influence it. It considers the feeling and opinions of consumer for the company's products or services. Examples are focus groups and in-depth interviews. Quantitative market research has to do with facts and numbers and quantifies data. It is useful in both primary and secondary market research. Examples are structured questionnaires usually with closed questions where respondents choose from a set of given responses. Exist surveys, financial reports, and research papers. The tools and techniques for primary market research processes. The most common primary market research methods are surveys. This involves questionnaires targeted at a sample group in the business target audience and include in-person surveys, personal interviews where product samples are offered by feedback. The response rate is good, but the method is expensive. Phone interviews where the response rate is lower, although its method is less expensive compared to personal interviews. Direct mail surveys, cost effective for larger audience but low response rate. Online survey, inexpensive though usually unpredictable. Focus groups of people are involved in a discussion with a moderator facilitating the sessions. Usually in a natural or neutral locations, these sessions may be formed. More than one group is required to get results. Participants are from the same demographic profile and are often compensated for their time through coupons, gifts, or cash. Personal interviews, similar to focus groups, these also involve discussion and produce subjective results from a small segment of the market. However, when respondents are carefully chosen, it can offer important insight into consumer attitude and product related issues. Observation, this is a quantitative method where actual consumer behavior is observed and formed in stores, at the workplace, or residence for information about their shopping habits and product use. This may or may not involve interactions with the consumer. Field trials. This quantitative method is used mostly in product testing after a new product is launched by placing them in chosen outlets to test consumer reactions in a real life setting. The results are used to finalize packaging, pricing, and product improvement. Secondary market research. Secondary market research work from existing information from internal and external resources. Internal resources are companies' records, financial statements, marketing data, and files and its research studies and surveys. External resources includes government reports, publicity, available records, the internet, industry, data, and books. The information is used to address a particular questions or issues. It is less time consuming and less targeted compared to primary market research. Nevertheless, it offers important data. The best time to conduct market research is during the planning stage for new startups, when the business must estimate the sales potential for its product or plan a new product launch. It is especially useful to assess the market for a new advertising campaign, expanding the business to a new location or market segment, and increase production's capacity. Market research should be undertaken with specific goals and a plan of action, choosing techniques that will bring the maximum results and returns on investment. Some mistakes to avoid are sticking only to one type of research, either primary or secondary. A combination of methods yield the best results. Relying on internet data solely, although the online space has a wealth of information, it may not be always be reliable. Focusing on only one market segment when the business's products are used by a variety of consumers, this can be resulted in a restricted view of information. Doing market research randomly without identifying the target audience, unless the product knows its audience, its marketing message cannot be effective. And taking consumer for granted, business must reward their participants for their response. Once market research is done, the next step is the generation of reports and their analysis. So, a typical market research report consists of the following points: the title page with the name and the contact details of those conducting the market research, name of the client and date, contacts listing various section, tables, graphics with the page numbers, and executive summary that briefly sums up what the report is about, with recommendations and conclusion, and introductions to the report with key objectives, reasons for research, constraints, researcher's profile, and responsibilities. Research method outlined, each one with information of sample source, discussion guides, questionnaires where applicable, and updates about any changes made after the initial proposal. Research finding and analysis, presenting solutions to the problem, appendix and index with supporting data in the form of table, graphs, list of secondary sources, the actual questionnaires and other related documents. Limitation of market research. Ideally, market research is a premeditated activity. It is expected to produce accurate and valuable insights for the business, enabling it to plan with competitive edge and marketing strategy. However, it has its limitation and often falls short of its goal. Here are some common reasons. So, why the limitation of market research? A lack of adequate budget. Even though business are aware of what data they need and the method involved, there may be budgetary constraints preventing them from the hiring resources they need to get their data. This may result in adequate information that falls short of their needs. A lack of time. The organizations may not have enough time for decision making, as a result of which market research becomes a rushed activity and skip important steps. Data accuracy. This access of any market research activity depends on reliable data. These results obtained can be influenced by the type of questions asked, selection of the wrong audience, the interviews, attitudes could all influence the results. Sometimes business try to cut cost by scrimping on these aspects. The questions of ethical data handling. Researchers must adhere to regulatory requirement in relations to data security and its use. They must be clear about the purpose of the data collection and have the participants' consents. When these are not followed, the results are compromised. Market research offers critical information to the business about its target market, its buying habits, needs and preference, besides uncovering valuable data about prospective markets. Avoiding likely limitations and mistakes can make its powerful tool of business growth. So, thanks for this episode. And my humble request is, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe, comment, and share my MBA channel. Thanks a lot for your time for watching my videos.